In English folklore, Robin Hood is the hero, stealing from the rich, giving to the poor. But in Texas, we use his name as one way to talk about how we fund education. And some people think Robin Hood is a villain.
We cannot live with this. Not one more year, not one more day.
Robin Hood is supposed to give all kids a fair chance, but some districts say the system itself has become unfair. Is that true? Is Robin Hood broken? Here's how Robin Hood works. There is some extra money for kids who have economic disadvantages or may have special needs, but basically the state of Texas allots $5,140 for every student. So, for example, District A has a lot of valuable property, and when it comes to taxes, it collects more than the $5,140. So the excess goes back to the state. District B is property poor. It collects less than the cost per student. So the state sends money to District B. The idea behind Robin Hood is funding should be the same for all students, no matter where they live. I'm in Plano now talking to Missy Bender. She's the school board president here. Do you disagree with that as an idea?
No. We want to help others because having an educated population is the foundation of a democratic society. People want to help others, but there's a breaking point.
Why does she say that? Well, schools are supported by property tax. And like most of Texas, home values in Plano are rising. So Plano ISD is taking in more tax revenue. But because of Robin Hood, they don't get to keep that new tax money. They just send more and more and more back to the state. Here's what that means in real life. This year, Plano gave 2% raises to teachers, but then didn't have enough in its budget to pay for that. So it dipped into savings. What's it like to send all that money back and then have to pass a budget that's got a hole in it?
Mm-hmm. It's heartbreaking and frustrating, and it's a little bit of a hopeless feeling. We're being starved, okay? School districts are being starved.
More butterfly.
One proven path to long-term success in school is all-day pre-K. Plano provides it, but it's expensive. Missy says unless Texas fixes education funding, programs like this are in jeopardy.
And who wants a system like that? That's not really what we want. We don't want mediocrity. We don't want to be average. This is Texas.
Far from the manicured suburbs of North Texas are the swamps and Spanish moss of Caddo Lake in East Texas. Here at Karnak ISD, every student qualifies for a free or reduced price lunch. That means every student here is economically disadvantaged.
Hi, Tay. How are you? Good. Are you good? Are you having a good day? You making good choices? Yes, ma'am. All right, good deal.
I'm talking to Amy Dixon. She's the superintendent of this tiny district.
All children can learn. Your motto indicates to me that some people are saying that children can't learn. Is somebody saying that to you? Where are you getting that message from?
I think that there's some generalizations made about economically disadvantaged, and so I think that that we have to be loud sometimes to let people know that we're here and that we're doing great things for kids.
Okay, which one are you thinking?
You might think a district like Karnak is exactly the kind of place that would benefit from Robin Hood.
Well, let's take a look.
But this year, the district, which uses donations to replace old floors and spruce up classrooms, Karnak will give back $1 million to the state. What does it say to you that your district, 100% economically disadvantaged, pays into Robin Hood? What's it say about the system?
I think the system is completely broken. If something doesn't drastically change, this place will not exist, and that will be a shame.
Just run out of money.
I mean, it's just simple math.
Karnak is not an outlier. More and more districts are now considered rich. You might live in one. In fact, there are now 450 districts paying into Robin Hood. More money for the cost of education coming from the local level means less money coming from the state. The Texas Education Agency says the state is freed up to spend $3.5 billion less on education next budget because locals are paying so much. Let's talk to Dale Kramer. He runs a fiscally conservative group called Texas Taxpayers and Research Association.
Basically, those are ill-gotten gains. The $3.5 billion can be used to push rates down. Some portion of that might be used to enhance programs in the classroom, but $3.5 billion is enough money to make a difference in our school finance system.
Kramer says the $3.5 billion can be used both to reduce property taxes and improve education. Remember that $51.40 per kid? If the state allotted more than $51.40, rich districts could keep more of their money. Poor districts would need to get more money from the state.
Is Robin Hood broken? Is that a system that doesn't work anymore?
You know, I don't think Robin Hood itself is broken. I think the issues that districts are having just deals with the overall amount of revenue they would like to spend.
So is Robin Hood broken? The answer is no. A level playing field is a core value of public education, and in fact, it's in the state constitution. What is broken is the legislature. At the same time, the state is spending less of its money on education and holding on to more of your tax money as home values rise. Got something you want verified? Send me an email.